Hello survivors, welcome to a brand new Soulstone survivor video. Today we are back in a brand new alpha. There was a brand new release. It is the new legendaries as well as a new Titan hunt with a few quality of life upgrades to the Beastmaster. So the new legendaries are for the Beastmaster, Assassin, Elementalist and the Legionnaire. But we're going to take a look at the Beastmaster today. The weapon is called the Ancestral, what was it called again? The Ancestral Flame. We got ours to +2, plus 12. At +10 you get a 0 multicast, and then +11 it's at +1, and then +12 +2, and so on and so forth. We've got weapon summon Pyrodactyl as well as summon Lava Tyrant. I know a lot of you wanted to see a T-Rex, so you actually ended up getting it to some extent. So we've got a Lava Tyrant as the skill for that weapon. In terms of what we're running, we're just going to run Divine Legacy Advanced Tactics. Everything else is kind of the same as all others. We'll go with +1 as well for the extra help, as well as a multicast mastery. But let's get straight into it. We're going to run I don't think a +10 is going to work. We'll just run a Sigil of the Void, a normal one, just to check out the weapon, and we'll start seeing what it is that we can kind of go for. But for this one, we're just going to do a pure burn build. I know we already did a burn build, but I thought it'd be quite fun to do another one. And let's start off with Faydum, the brand new... we need silver actually. Oh well, anyway, we'll start off with the brand new Titan Faydum and see what he has in store for us. It is going to be quite interesting because, ooh, look at them. They are so cool. And then they got their big chompers which are hitting enemies, as you can see. So that's pretty cool. They deal damage based on the number of stacks of burn you have on the enemies. So that is another good thing about them. It is a stacking damage skill. The one thing I haven't seen with summons before that might have been very interesting to see is that summons would be quite cool to have one that does the damage multiplier based on stacks, so it removes the stacks. But I don't think it would work very well with summons because they're continuously hitting, but it would be quite interesting to see. Right, so first thing to talk about, we'll just go into the level up, is there was a difference to the exotic beasts. Now, as you can see, you don't see anything very different about it right now. Normally all of them, they say like 0, they've got it in gray, and until you activate it, it doesn't it shows you what the abilities are that you get for it. But this one, you do actually now get upgrades for doing his ascension, so we'll take a look at that and go from there. We do want to show you obviously which what you get for it, and we're going to go full burn build. So let's go and grab this. And there you go. So now you can see we get 20 damage, 12 cast frequency, and 12 movement speed. So now we actually gain stats for having our summons alive with us, which is fantastic. The other thing that we get is also, we get the damage. But this is also available to get more beasts. So it says active beasts is 4. You can get up to, I believe, 12 or even 16 if you're very, very lucky. So we'll try and get as many as possible. It is difficult to do this in Titan Hunt. It's going to be a lot easier to do this in the other modes because you need to, as soon as it spawns, you need to go for it and to get your ascension going. So over here, we're going to grab 8 of them, and that's going to increase the, if I can actually find the feat. So now we've got 8 of them that increased everything by double. So we've got 40 damage, 24 cast frequency, and 24 movement speed. And again, if we do it another time, it's going to increase it even further. So we will be doing that. We're just looking for burn, not finding it. So we might take something like surprise gift for the weakness, but I don't want bleed, so no. Okay, there's combustion, area of effect of all burn skills, and we're then just looking for flamethrower. And then we can also go for the weakness to fragility, which we now know since last time that we made a mistake, and it's not weakness, I mean fragility to weakness, it is weakness to fragility. But we do have weakness, which makes burn do more damage, but that would have been really good for the video that we did with the samurai. Alright, so here we go, we got the other footsteps. We still had 8 active beasts. We now got 12 active beasts, and it goes up to 60% damage, 36 cast frequency, and 36 movement speed. So yeah, you do get quite a big upgrade when you are playing with the Beastmaster now, and it is worth grabbing his ascension for that additional damage. and additional other stats. So pretty cool. Really like the change that they added to it. It really comes through quite well for the, you know, this character. Okay, we need to banish damage. That doesn't matter. We just need as many stacks as possible. And flamethrower, anytime you want to show up. I'll just take seismic slam for now. Area of effect's fine. Slow stack is good, because then we can get slow to disorientated. Oh, we can take poison as well to get poison to dazed. Grab this, see if we can get even more feet. I mean, even more pterodactyls. No, I mean pterodactyls, even more raptors, but it wasn't. We still stuck at 12. Now, there is a very small window for you to be able to get even more, to get 16. You have to get it just before, so it is tight, but it is possible. Okay, I'm going to stop re-rolling because we are close to the boss. We do need the Tyrannosaurus Rex to get damage upgrades so that he can do the most damage, since he is our damaging skill. Kinda like the putrid hounds, but they're not hounds or putrid. It's just a big dinosaur. And I did say this to the developer. I was like, listen, we got a T-Rex. We have to make it so that when he gets his bigger, he gets bigger as well. So that when he steps on things, it's just like a big foot. But obviously his attack isn't like a stomp. It's more of a bite. So it doesn't work that way. And also, a lot of people, when you get too many or too much area or whatever the case is, people want to turn off these summons because they get in the way. So it's just not feasible. But it would have been really funny for like a one-time kind of thing and then changed afterwards or whatever the case may be. That would, I think that would have been really funny to have seen. But yeah, it's inconvenient and doesn't work. Alright, we're just going to stop that. We need cast frequencies, movement speed of the exotic beast. Actually, now it might be worth grabbing exotic beast upgrades. We need more burn stacks. Oh, the skill. If only I could get the fire skill I'm looking for. I'm going to grab one poison. We get +2 to the dinosaurs, and we also get a multicast. I'm going to lock the +2 magnetic. We can banish damage there. Grab banish damage there. We don't need doom. Movement speed's good. Cast frequency is good. Alright, I really like the way the pterodactyls are, like flying creatures in the game. It's actually pretty cool. Alright, here is a Faydum. So if you guys don't know, Faydum is one of the best build creators and one of the most knowledgeable people in the game. And this is the boss based on him. So congratulations, Faydum, on making it into the Titan Hunt like the rest of us. But sorry that I had to beat you up like that. Alright, so increased max health, cast frequency, and multicast. We also increase the damage of every bleed you apply. We get a burn, now causes damage more frequently. Whenever you multicast, you have a chance to gain finesse. We've got increase your damage modifiers every time you hit an enemy with a skill slam. And for this one, we're going to take the max health, cast frequency, and multicast. And then maybe Fangs of Fortune could be quite good as well. The War Chief's crown, yep, pretty decent. Okay, we wanted, was it Midorak? Okay, we'll go exposed first. Just trying to think, there was something Midorak had that I wanted.
Keep moving. Time to hunt.
Ah, yeah, he had the burn crit, the fire crit thing. Oh, now I know what it was that I wanted. Oops. I should have gone there instead of for exposed, but it's okay. Alright, a nice, beautiful multicast. Love to see it. We are quite tanky. I am going to put down in the description all of the passives that the new Titan has. For the next couple of videos, it will be there. The Google document with all of that information will be down in the description of every video as well. So if you want to see the Titan Hunt powers, all of them will be in that Google document as well under Titan powers. So you can just go take a look at that in case you missed it or whatever the case may have been. Multicast, we don't need that because it's not for the skills that we use. That's a nice multicast to grab. We can also grab the burn. Finally, we found flamethrower, and now we can skip active skills, cooldown reduction, cast frequency, and we're getting a lot of movement speed for the beast. Maybe I must turn it off now. But flamethrower is the best skill here, along with combustion to apply the negative effects, so to apply the burn as well as the poison and slows. We also need to do Aranak twice, but I don't think we're going to get the chance to do that. So we'll do Aranak next and then Brokenth, and then we'll do the Void King. Void King having wound on him will be the best option as well. Although, yeah, because we have the slow, we can get slow to disarray, and then we can get disarray to disoriented eventually. So like for this specific build, if you wanted to push it, you don't need a lot of you don't need the disoriented from the boss, the Void King. Okay, there's another burn to slow, which we don't need. A burn causes damage more frequently. We'll take it, but we don't actually need it. Critical chance for exotic beasts, multicast, more movement speed. We want the damage, but we also want +1s. So we'll grab that. There we go. We get +2, sorry. So grab that. Critical hits apply burn. Grab that. There we go, beautiful. Critical hits applying burn is fantastic. Here's the Tyrant damage again. We don't need damage for that. Cast frequency is also needed. Some more movement speed.
This is true mastery.
I think thanks to our ascension, we haven't had to really worry about movement speed too much. But you can see as soon as they gang up on a boss, the boss just melts, which is fantastic. Ooh, so much more. Okay, I want both of those. More magnetic, cast frequencies, damage, damage. I will grab one more. Area of effect's fine. Another poison is fine. That's 2 poison. I think we need one more slow, and then we can get rid of the slow as well as the poison. Yeah, okay, we can get rid of poison. We need one more slow, and we can get rid of the slow.
Another fragment. I will break the seal.
Okay, let's just beat you up. There we go. Then we can grab the rest of the feet here. At least the feet speed you up as well, so while you're getting it, you're not as slow as you think you'd be, so it does go relatively quickly. Okay, we can grab another crit for burn. Now remember, in the last samurai video, we spoke about burn, and we spoke how the critical burn actually deals far more burn and damage than your other burning, if that makes sense. If anything I say. So the spontaneous combustion is only a 25% chance, but your other burn is a 50% chance. So there's more chance to apply the burn. Therefore, it is going to overall do more damage because it is applying burn more often. I believe the base stat might also be slightly better. So, but we'll take a look at that. I don't think it is actually. Still only 12 beasts. And can I level? Thank you. Holy moly. Alright, Tyrants. We're gonna go for this guy. They do have cunning, which is also really, really nice compared to some of the other summons that are really nice. They don't have cunning. They're slow to disarray. We get +2 to the Tyrant, which is fantastic. We also get the multicast for them. No more poison needed. We'll take 1. And there's disarray. So we already have 100% critical strike chance. We're going to grab the disoriented rather, because I feel like critical damage is more important than critical strike chance if you're over 100%. But obviously having 200% crit or 300% critical strike chance is better than 100%. But if you can choose between disoriented or dazed, I think disoriented is far more stronger. So we're going to definitely take a look at that. We don't want bleed. We can actually re-roll for some better options, like a multicast over there is very good.
dance.
We only need 2 disarray again. We're just using it to get from disarray to disoriented. And we'll do that next. Remember, this damage is going to look unbelievably strong because this is a Titan, a sigil +1. We do get the weakness to fragility. So that is also very, very good. Do we want exposed? It does do direct damage. Oh man, that's so hard. This is a higher number. Okay, we'll take oh man, I wish I could go carry on going. We could go back and do it again. I'm gonna do that. We want fragility. I mean, look, every run is going to be different, so you can't expect yours to be exactly the same as mine. Obviously, you would like to try it out. The best thing to do is to not fight Faydum. Just go to Misa Head, do Misa Head twice. I did Faydum because I wanted to show you the brand new Titan, but you don't have to go to them. There are some very interesting Titan passives with Faydum, which we will be exploring in the near future, once we've shown you all the legendary weapons. Okay, 21, some more movement speeds, great damage. We're getting a lot of legendaries that we otherwise don't normally get, which is fantastic. Critical hit, cast frequencies are good. Damage on Meteor, that was a mistake. Multicasting, disarrays, magnetic, slow. That was our second slow, so we get rid of it next time. We've got one more banish. We get a +2 here, but I want a +2 to the pterodactyl, I mean the tyrant. There we go, we get a +2 to both of them. Fantastic, and then a multicast. So we got 10 and 11, and we got the +1 from there. We're gonna grab Misa Head again, and then we'll do, we don't need Shattered, but
the heat blasts my bones.
We'll keep going.
Time to hunt.
So we got Exposed, we're gonna get Fragility. Fragility is very, very strong, guys. Don't sleep on it. It's a nice way to get into, you know, fragility through weakness. So if you've got a build that does dot damage and you don't have like a swing build, or it's not a build that has arcane where you get the radiance for fragility, or just a skill that applies fragility, this is another good way to get it through weakness. And there's poison skills that have weakness. I think there will be all poison and burn skills. Because slow doesn't really have weakness, and neither does Doom, because Doom doesn't do damage the same way as the other dots. I don't know how to explain it. It doesn't do tick damage, so it doesn't need weakness. Actually, that's very interesting. Does weakness affect Doom? Because all weakness does is make it that you apply more of the negative effect damage. And it is a negative effect, so the damage should increase, but it doesn't make it tick like do more tick damage, if that makes sense. Also, on that note, I probably should have gone Elemental Flow for that little bit of extra damage, because we are playing a burn damage.
I will break the seal.
Okay, let's grab our ascension since we're here. Pick up this nice easy one.
The chase closes in.
Okay, there's a 3 at the bottom.
Every prize has a price.
And then there's a 3 at the top there, and that's the 6 that we needed. Perfect. Where are you taking me, footprints? Nowhere out of the arena, which is good. Okay, where are you, tyrants? There we go, fantastic. So the fact that we actually have 8 up now, that 40% damage increase, you actually notice a very, very big difference with it. So I'm just glad they didn't overhaul the actual ascension. They just added additional benefits to make people maybe use it more often. Because let's be honest, if it was just the raptors, unless you have that rune that makes you do more damage based on how many, or that summon that makes you deal more damage based on how many summons you had, you're not going to really focus on grabbing this, you know, grabbing it. But yeah. There's critical strikes with burn. Grab the more burn on hit as well. How many of those do we have? We have 3 of them. So I just want to show you, like, this is 5,000. This is a 2,300. If we go to skill breakdowns, you can actually see that this one, even though it's only been for half the amount of time, is nearly or practically on the same amount of damage. Its actual DPS is higher. So by the time we finish it, those 3 stacks are going to have done more damage than the 13 stacks that we have there. So just something to note. Alright, over here, weakness to fragility, and now we can go and grab ourselves disoriented, and that's only because we have 137 critical strike chance already, so we need to grab ourselves Aranak. What did I want from Midorak? It's the second time I've said this now. Oh, right, I remembered again. I forgot and I remembered again. That's so funny. I did it twice in the same video. Okay.
Another fragment. I will break the seal.
Grab damage, grab the burn stacks. Just flat damage is fine as well. Actually, does that increase the damage of these? I think it does. No. It does not. So only the burn damage will increase the damage of those.
Titan, the trail is
where are the footsteps? Ah, there. Ooh, that movement speed boost is quite nice. Oh yeah, okay, after this I want to show you guys the assassin weapon, because that's what we're going to go and do in the next video, because I have a very good idea. I don't know how we're going to get it to work like 100%, because last time we tried something like this, it was rather disappointing. Another really big quality of life change was things that the damaging abilities like movement speed, where you got more damage based on how much multicast you had, how much movement speed you had, how much all of those got a buff, so that they scale a lot better now, whereas before they weren't really scaling so well, so you weren't getting as much damage as, let's say, like the burn on hit skills and things like that. So they were far more dominant, so the developers have buffed those skills, and with good timing, because the new legendaries kind of work off some of those as well, so it's going to look quite good. It's going to work quite well for us. Well, in this case we got the burn damage, but there are 1 or 2 that are going to work. Like the assassin's one, he got a really interesting one that works off of ambush, but it's not only ambush, it does work off movement speed as well. So it's another movement speed weapon, which is quite cool, because originally I said we only have 2 or even 1 at the time, because I forgot that we had the summarized movement speed one, but we've got more choices now with them. So hopefully this makes it a little bit easier to use those skills, because we've got more choices with them. Burn stacks, burn, more burn, just burn. Burn the world down. Damage, of course. And then over here, disarray to disoriented. Alright, so let's go and wreck the Void King. Of course, we still have to do the primordial portal first. Things that we still could have got shattered, we could have gone slow to brittle for even more brittle. You can go brittle to colossal, but we've been down that road so many times that we didn't want to. Oh, do you know what? It's quite funny. Didn't I do a Beastmaster build just recently as well? I think it was, yeah, we did. It was the electrified build used the Beastmaster. But here we are.
chase begins here, and I can smell fear.
He can smell fear.
Another void fragment, another step closer.
Okay. Where are my summons? What skills do weakness actually, now that I'm thinking about it? Okay, so the pterodactyls do weakness, and they got cunning, and then we got fireball that does it as well. So we actually need to focus on where we're shooting, or is this one random target direction? So we have to just face or target what we are looking to apply weakness to, because we've got the weakness to fragility, so we do actually have to focus on what we're defeating. Oh, there we go, we can apply that, so burn deals more damage, that's okay. Over here we want more +2s and damage, I guess. Works very well. Perfect. If we lower it just a tad, maybe not using combustion would be cool. Combustion does absolutely destroy the visuals. Just because it's a big red circle around you. Not that it destroys the visuals, but you don't get to see anything else but combustion the whole game. And these big chompers. Alright, Prophetess just got chomped and immediately defeated. And we get a +4 right here by the entrance. Beautiful. Love to see this. Burns apply, that's good. That's our first +1 there. Oh my gosh. Goodness, that took forever to find just a +1. Usually they're so much easier. Now again guys, if you're playing like Devastating Blow, you could make them do even more damage. Literally melt the bosses in a second. I mean, we're already melting bosses in a second, but you could make it even faster if you just added more like Devastating Blows and so on and so forth. We can't, I don't know why I took that, we're right at the end. Damage modifiers. I got a lot of rerolls. I am very bad at not rerolling. I always just take, I need to stop using, like reroll mastery to me is to get the right skills. That's why I do it. But after that, and Titan passives, but after that I don't actually care. I'm so bad. Critical damage plus 300%. Area, no. Do we want to go with crit chance? Oh, but it's 300% crit damage. That's huge.
The last one is finally lit.
Alright, let's see how quickly.
I see your powers, Hunter. No, I am the king. Impossible.
No one can tame the wild.
Easy peasy. And then obviously for this one you can take wound, you can take whatever you want. There's wound, disoriented. We already got the disarray to disoriented, so you don't need that. You take the wound and go from there. But yeah, you go. There you go. Not the fastest, but that was definitely a very, very fun run. Of course, Lava Tyrant doing all the damage. Firebolt actually doing quite a decent amount of damage over there. Did have a 0.7 second cooldown, but the fact that it actually dealt more damage than something like Flamethrower or even the Pterodactyls is very, very interesting. And then obviously you can see Ignition Point, we never got more of them, so its damage fell off, but their DPS was actually the same. So if you think about it, in another 5 minutes or something, if their DPS stayed the same, the Ignition Point would have dealt more damage. But obviously if they were like, if you got rid of your spontaneous combustions, but you can't. Let's quickly just take a look at the assassin's weapon, like I said we would. So we're going to go to the assassin, we're going to go to the blacksmith. It's going to cost you 15 of the wicked soulstones, and that's going to give us the ward blades of Asenath, which are really cool looking weapons, as you can see. And the skills we get with them are Viper's Pounce and Rift Fangs. A Viper's Pounce is we slash in the target direction twice, causing damage and applying poison with each hit. the damage is multiplied based on your movement speed. Now this is the ambush damage. You can see it says ambush damage multiplier, and that's going to work with Rift Fang as well, which actually makes me wonder, none of the other ones get this, so this is new. So the damage multiplier is effective of ambush, nothing else. So if you wanted to use this on another character, it's going to be really, really difficult. However, there is the Aranak Tartan passive, which makes it so that ambush skills are always active, so you can use this on another character. But because it's also based on movement speed, you're going to land up probably going nature with thrust skills, like your quick strike, which is also damage based on movement speed, but it also gives you haste. And then you're going to look for things like sharp spear, anything that gives you haste. That can work really, really well. Another thing to maybe add it with is going to be the weapon over here. Where is it? It's the Pyromancer's Staff, if we can find it. There we go, where you get the haste and burn. And you actually get quite a lot of haste from the Pyromancer's Fire Starter. So that could work really well with it. But yeah, that's for the future. Let's go take a look at the Elementalist one. Also a really nice, interesting one. But before that, let's just unlock the Legionnaire's one. 18. Ouch. Okay, so Elementalist, we get a Brittle. Cause damage every 0.3 seconds and applying Brittle. Launch large a projectile in the target direction that pulls enemies towards it. That's pretty cool. And then Conjure a Scepter to slam targets in front of you, causing damage based on the number of stacks of Colossal. So we did mention this before. We never had a weapon that dealt damage based on the number of stacks of Colossal. So we finally do get one, which is cool. So we're going to try Brittle to Colossal and get ourselves to like 50,000 Colossal stacks and see how that works. And then we've also got a Disarray, or a Chaos weapon for the Legionnaire. And we get Chaotic Onslaught, so we apply Disarray every 0.2 seconds with Chaotic, as well as damage based on Disarray, as well as applying Shattered with Brutal. So very interesting, quite a nice little one. They are both Chaos. And yeah, it's gonna be quite interesting. Quite a nice look to their weapon. And then this one over here, also quite... Oh! Wait! No, I don't know if that's bugged or... I think it's bugged. I think there's a slide. We are in the alpha, but the Elementalist is supposed to be holding the shield. We saw this weapon, and then obviously we just played with the Beastmaster. So let me know what you guys think about the new legendaries. Obviously we're going to be doing builds on the 4 of them and going from there. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.